Welcome back to some new r/malicious compliance stories, where people comply to the letter, but not the spirit of a request. I hope you had a great day. The first story is called Only with License. At my work, there are a few forklifts, skyjacks, cranes, heavy-duty machinery that pretty much everyone operates, but no one has a license for pretty much anything. We work in shifts, and the distribution of workers is about 70% workers in the morning and 30% of workers on the night shift. Forklifts and skyjacks are rented, and naturally few folks took courses to be able to drive them. I got a license for the crane and skyjack, but those are valid for 1 year only, and after each year I gotta go to have it renewed. That is something the company should do, but it's assumed since you got it once, you know it, and don't need renewal. On one unlucky day, one of the forklifts broke down pretty badly. Boss said that we damaged something there, but we all know it's because there was exactly zero maintenance being done on any of those machines. Usually, cranes break down first, but those are quick and easy fixes. So as this forklift broke and repair costs were pretty high, the boss called for a meeting to yell at us and complain, and to tell us not to touch any machine that we don't have a license for. Someone in the crowd asked what about the expired one, and the boss simply said if it's not valid, don't touch anything. Cue malicious compliance from everyone on the night shift that day. Nothing got done. Only one had a valid license for the forklift, 2 for the crane, and 1 for the skyjack. That's on a total of 40 to 50 workers, who constantly need something transported, lifted, work on heights, etc. No one is allowed to get any work done, due to no one having any license. We all rested pretty well. Our supervisors were chilling with us, and we were pretty much sitting through the majority of the time that night, along with 2 more nights, before there was another meeting, where they told us to get back to work as usual. It was a nice mini vacation while being paid for it. The next story is called Mr. Mouse the Boss. Years ago, I was a photographer at a major theme park and worked with the characters on an almost daily basis. Our most famous character is a mouse that owns the whole park. Everyone who worked there either referred to him as Boss or Mr. Mouse around guests. One morning, I was assigned to work with the boss. He was in a mischievous mood and being an overall goofball. I enjoyed this, and so did our guest/character attendants. One of his favorite things to do when he was in a mischievous mood was to try to pass me the autographed books he had signed, conveniently ignoring the fact that I had my hands full with a camera. As I went to take them, he dropped them in one array, making a laughing motion. We are with this family, and boss does his usual, pass the autographed books to the photographer stunt. He holds them out expectantly, and I said, I'd love to, boss, but you know, I don't know my ABCs. At this, the boss drops the books, takes my hand, moves me to a corner, and points to the floor, telling me to stay like I was a naughty child. Malicious compliance mode activated. Okay, I guess I'm grounded, I said, pouting. Everyone at this point is howling with laughter, even our head manager, Diane, who had stepped in to watch. So boss continues his interaction with the family. Now at the end of the session, we have the family pose with the character. So boss gets everyone together and poses with the popular "ta-da", except there's no photographer. After a moment, the boss motions to the family to rate and stomps over to my corner. I'm fighting back a grin at this point, as he turns me around, points to my camera, and then held his hands up as if to say, what gives? Boss, you told me I'm grounded, remember? I said with a sweet innocent smile. It's at this point Diane pipes in with, that you did, Mr. Mouse. Boss playfully drags me back to my spot and poses again. We get the photo and send the family on their way. Diane stepped out with them and offered to send them through again to get more pictures, because I didn't take many, on account of me being grounded. The family accepted, although the dad who had tears in his eyes at this point, said it was the hardest he has laughed in a long time. To this day, it still brings a smile to my face. The third story is called Miss So Important. Over the past few days, I've become friends with a retired army officer that I'll call Belle. She's been delighting me with stories of her service. Belle was a young second lieutenant at her first posting. As she put it, my college diploma hadn't even arrived in the mail, and I was scared. Fortunately, she's got on the NCO's good side and settled in pretty nicely. One afternoon, she was at work, when in storms an officer's wife, looking like she was in the mood to cause hell. Belle keeps her head down, trying to stay busy when she hears the dreaded words. "I'm talking to you, soldier." Belle looked up and saw the woman, Karen, standing in front of her. "Can I help you, ma'am?" "Yeah, I'm Major I'm So Important's wife, and I need to speak to Colonel Stone. Do you have an appointment?" "He's busy. Just go get him. I'll stand right here until you do." Belle looks around, wondering what the heck she's supposed to do. She didn't want to risk her job, because Colonel Stone was known around the base for having a fierce temper. "I'll have you knocked back down to private if you don't do as I say. Now move." Wanting to get away, Belle got up and walked towards the colonel's office, intending to get away for a long enough coffee break that Karen will forget. When she looked back, she sees Karen watching her like a hawk. So there goes that plan. Colonel Stone's door is closed, and Belle knocks on the door. "Yes, sir, it's Second Lieutenant Belle Smith. Come in." Belle opens the door, does the customary salute, and he immediately notices how nervous she is. "What is it?" "Major I'm So Important's wife is here, and she wants to speak to you." "Does she have an appointment?" "She just said to go get you, and she wouldn't leave until you saw her." "I see. Did she threaten to knock you down to private?" "She did." Colonel Stone nodded and then said in a voice that scared Belle, "Send her in." Belle salutes and then goes back to Karen. Karen looks absolutely smug. "He'll see you now." "See? Now that wasn't so hard, was it?" And Karen went strolling over to the colonel's office. It's at this point that a first sergeant named Sanders comes in. He just sits down, and as the office door closes, he counts down in a low voice. 3, 2, 1. "What the hell were you thinking?" Colonel Stone shouted. For a good 5 minutes, he proceeded to tear Karen a new one, telling her that she isn't permitted to wear her husband's rank, and that if she tries pulling anything like that ever again, her husband will be busted down to private faster than he could sneeze. Karen left the office like a bat out of hell, white as a sheet and quaking. Belle never saw her again, but she and the major got divorced shortly afterward. According to Belle, he realized what a liability she'd be to his career. The last story is called Following Their New Rules. I'm a physician. My coworker is a physician. We practice nephrology in the USA. We do a lot of visits to dialysis centers along an interstate, 8 of them, and it involves a lot of driving to see the patients while they are on dialysis. The system we work for pays us mileage plus a good salary. Originally, we submitted our own mileage reports, and they always approved them. We were not trying to maximize the money. We both just wanted about $1,000 a month to offset wear and tear and gas on the vehicle. We were actually just photocopying the same report each month, signing it and turning it in. The original company we worked for was totally fine with this arrangement. Well, the system got bought by another system, who apparently believes all their doctors are thieves. We were told we were scamming them, and from now on, a middle manager would be reviewing our billings and using Google Maps to calculate our mileage each month, and this person would make sure we were adhering strictly to their policy for reimbursement. Now, I don't like being accused of thievery, especially when I was sure we'd been underbilling for the mileage. Just to keep things easy and simple. These people don't know me, but I had an Excel sheet with all my patients, their clinics, and a schedule to drive out to them and see them all in as little time and mileage as possible. It was really efficient, so I drove into their travel policy and reconfigured my schedule, not to minimize mileage, but within their policy to maximize it. As a bonus, the new schedule actually has me home each day for lunch on days I do rounds, so it saved me a little bit of money and improved my mood. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. And if you have time, watch another one of my videos. And now, I hope you have a great day. See you soon. Bye bye.